Watch the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Falcons' superstar tight end. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Falcons and the Saints, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Ritter's pass completes to Pitts. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd down and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 2nd and 4. Got London on a slant. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. They overload him, that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The Falcons at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that 1st win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This complete to Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They'll look to throw again. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in the history have ever come back from a first.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That time, multiple pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You think about this strong safety position. You know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Escaping the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Winston, they'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 28-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Desmond Ridder taking it himself to finish the drive. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. First down, Winston. Going up top. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On second down, it's Joe. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out of the gun now on third down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They go play action here on first down. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Well, the Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Buying time to his left. He completes it to Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Winston now from the 50. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air again with Winston. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down,
now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Over the middle, caught by London. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So we've halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. They run it again with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's got room. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Winston. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. An inside give to Jones. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first. Make a nice safe throw, and in this case that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The play action fake, they'll look to throw, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll set up a throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Young Ray Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jameis to throw it. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A tip carry for Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Winston. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A.J. Terrell, the one who shot in there to drop the QB. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On play action, they'll throw. And this one too low. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now here live in New Orleans. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37th. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 6. Smith catches left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Winston now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Throwing, Winston out to his left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard. They see what they can accomplish.
And in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go, Charge. Ready?
A give to Jones. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. On second and very short, Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Gain of 6. That's good for a Saints.
Jameis now on first down. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
2nd and 5.
To throw is Winston. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Winston. And he'll just get rid of it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. The 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Back to it after the pick six. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
Here's Gaskin.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. On third down, here's Gaskin. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Koo now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Myles Gaskin touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on second down, Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Winston. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds. Here comes the Saints punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Leader blocking the ball. Return team.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They're going to look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot.
And they say he's just short.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Atlanta, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's another week, another loss as they fall down 0-9. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
out for blood this time, look.